Hello, everybody, and welcome to my favorite show, Racing from Delaware Park. I didn't hear him. Okay, but that doesn't matter. Here I am. I'm Rich Glazier, and I've been doing this 31 years now. And you'd think I would hear the cue. Anyway, I did remember to turn on my mic, so as the Eagles would do. Oh, look at me, I did my job. Anyway, we don't pick on the Eagles yet. They are the champs this year. All right. You know, you can bet the Eagles to win it again, the Super Bowl, the big game. You can do that right here at Delaware Park, as well as baseball games and individual games and college football. You'll be able to bet this year also. But you already know that. What you tuned in was not to hear about that, but to hear about who won on Monday's card. And speaking of Monday's card, we had an 8-race card today. The main track was fast, but I guess that turf did not dry up enough from Saturday morning's rain, and we were off the turf. Hopefully we'll be all okay by Wednesday, but today all 8 races on the fast main track. So Bungie had no pick today, but does he have one for Wednesday? The fact that he just dropped down next to my left ear tells me we do have a pick for Wednesday. Is that correct? Is it going to win? Are you sure? He doesn't know how to say no. All right, Bungie, let's see. What have you got here? No, I was in the Army. No, I wasn't in the Navy. No, I wasn't in the Air Force. No, I wasn't in the Marines. Oh, Marine Layer. That's the name of the horse Bungie likes for Wednesday. Marine Layer. Right? Right. Okay, we'll see how he does on Wednesday. He's got another day off today. So, 8 races, which all began at 1:15, and these were the horses that were in that first race. And there they are, 7 of them, 2-year-old fillies, no scratches. The favorite was Pasha. Here is Mr. John Curran with the call.
And they're off. Dye breaks well toward the inside, joined by Swedenborg for that lead. Esterina is up on the outside, racing a close-up third, followed by Pasca fourth. Tricky Rose has the rail in fifth, a gap of 2 lengths to Lady Carmar, and Cold-Hearted Cat lags behind as they race past the half-mile marker into the turn. Dye on the inside, Swedenborg on the outside are head-to-head. They've got a length and a half on Esterina, who's now a closer third. Pasca going evenly in fourth, and a gap of 3 lengths, too. Lady Carmar moving up on the outside of Tricky Rose. Cold-Hearted Cat fading from the scene. They've got a quarter to go, and Swedenborg has put away Dye. Esterina, the main challenge, now up on the outside second, as Dye has dropped back with the rail, followed by Pasca and Lady Carmar as they turn for home with Swedenborg to catch. Leads it by a clear 2. Esterina, 2 first-timers are going at it down the lane, followed by Dye. Next in line, that's Pasca. Here comes Esterina on the outside, charging on by. And Esterina, in her debut, is edging away. Will upset the field at 30-1. Swedenborg getting second. Dye finished third, followed by Pasca.
And it was, the longest shot on the board. Upsets the baby race. Esterina. Robert Paz. For Art Stafford. He puts him over, doesn't he, that Art? He gets those long shot winners every meet. This is his second one at the meet. And knowing Art, I think he might have had 2 across the board on this one. The owner, Felix Susi LLC. $65, $21.40 and $8.40. Swedenborg was second with Koa, $463. Dye was third with Pedroza, $340. The exacta, $287.60. The try, $870.80. And the super, $740.20. And that winner was another Delaware certified winner. kicks off the day. Delaware certified, long shot. And there you go. You know, I get to some fans ask me why were our fields so short, why are their favorites winning so much. Listen, today at Saratoga they ran a 3-horse turf race. It was a New York State bred turf race. It's just a shortage of horses all over. Monmouth had nothing but chalks yesterday and 5- and 6-horse fields. So it's a racing industry-wide problem. But we're holding our own here. And a long shot takes the opener at Delaware. On we go to race number 2. Scratched to 2, 6, and 7. Now the 7 was scratched in the paddock. So that one will be a consolation double and pick 3s for that one. And here is the call of race 2.
That's it. And they're off. The one stumbled a bit at the break there. Gio Little Miss there. From the inside is Tiz the Amazing Patriot going right to the front, followed by Charming Emmy. Up on the outside Estrella Grande, and the slow starter was Gio Little Miss. The trailer as they make their way around the first bend. Tiz the Amazing Patriot, eager to go in the early going there, trying to be restrained a bit on the front end, leads it by about 2.5 lengths. Racing in second, that is Charming Emmy as they make their way around the bend. Then about a 3-length gap to Estrella Grande and about 4 more to the trail Gio Little Miss. Opening quarter goes in 24-4 as they make their way down the back stretch. Tiz the Amazing Patriot leads it by a length. Charming Emmy right there in second. 2 lengths now to Estrella Grande. And another 2.5 lengths further back to Gio Little Miss. About 5 lengths top to bottom as they make their way toward the half-mile marker. Opening half goes in 49-1. Comfortable fractions on the front end. Set by Tiz the Amazing Patriot. Still leads it by about 2 over Charming Emmy. Estrella Grande's dropped back a bit as moving up toward the inside. Gio Little Miss with 3/8 to go. It's Tiz the Amazing Patriot still in front by a clear 2 lengths. Charming Emmy's now under a drive in second, not gaining much. Up on the outside, it is Estrella Grande with Gio Little Miss continuing the trail with a quarter to go. And Tiz the Amazing Patriot still appears in hand a bit. Has it by 3 or 4 as they turn for home. The 6 furlongs in 1:14-1. Tiz the Amazing Patriot now set down for the drive. Leads it by 4. Looks like they're battling for second right now with Charming on the inside. Estrella Grande on the outside. A 16th to go. It's all Tiz the Amazing Patriot from gate to wire. Will win this by about 4.5 lengths. Charming Emmy gets second, followed by Estrella Grande and Gio Little Miss.
Tiz the Amazing Patriot goes all the way. Made sense to bet on Centeno, didn't it? Daniel Centeno up for another veteran trainer, Bobby Raymond. 920 and 260. No show wagering that race. Charming Emmy with Cintron, 210. The exacta 1820. There was no trifecta wagering. And the double, the consolation double, that is, 5220. The real double, a whopping 358.40, and there was no soup for you that race. That takes us to the third on the card, and the third race is always an important race at Delaware because it starts a 50-cent pick 5. And there's a look at the field. There was a scratch in here of the 3. But there's 6 of them to go. 5.5 furlong sprint. Big favorite, Flight Crew at 1-5.
We're about set. And they're off. El Potro breaks well, joined quickly by Cuban Cowboy. Rasta Friend being hustled toward the inside as they make their way down the back stretch. Cuban Cowboy showing the way by a length and a half with Rasta Friend on the inside. Up on the outside, it's El Potro. A length further back, the Flight Crew and Sir Bond are side by side, and the Iron Bank is the trailer as they speed past the half-mile marker. And on the front end, going quickly, that is Cuban Cowboy. He has it by about 4.5 lengths. Chasing, that's El Potro. Up on the outside Looking to move up Sir Bond and toward the inside, Flight Crew moving in tandem as they make their way around horses. And it's Flight Crew speeding up on the inside, Sir Bond up on the outside. Those two will square off as they turn for home. Cuban Cowboy begins to drop back, followed by El Potro toward the inside. Flight Crew now leads it by 2.5 lengths. Sir Bond couldn't stay with that, moving toward the inside. El Potro gaining some ground in third. A 16th to go. It's Flight Crew speeding away down the lane under Angel Suarez. Will win this one by about 5 or 6. Sir Bond on the outside, El Potro on the inside. That's tight for second and third. Sir Bond, I think, got it.
And the big favorite wins easily. Flight Crew taking that one for What an Angel, Angel Suarez. For John Rigateri, I'm not going to call these first three trainers old-timers, but let's just say they've been around and they're veterans. So that's been the key today. You had Stauffer, then Raymond, and now John Rigateri. This one for Manfred Ruse and John Rigateri. 240 to 10 to 10. Sir Bond was second with Marin, $3 to 20. El Potro was third with Burke, $3. That exacta paid $8.20, the try $23.80, the double $25.80, the consolation pick 3 $33.90, the actual pick 3 $192.30, and that superfecta $31.10.
Claims.
Yeah, the only claim of the day, claim person, was the winner. Flight Crew went to Simon Hobson. Best known for Arabians, but he's got a nice thoroughbred now. As we move to the fourth race, which was originally scheduled for the turf, but switched to the main track. His distance stayed at a mile, scratched the 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So there's a look at who's left. And the favorite was on the outside, Conquest Valkyrie. Here's John Curran.
In there, off. Fiery Flower breaks well toward the inside, goes for that lead, but has some company. Princess Nakia is there with Flippity Flop. Matilda Rocks and Conquest Valkyrie, 5 across the track as they race around that first turn, getting the best of it. Fiery Flower saved all the ground. Leads it by a length and a half. Princess Nakia racing second, then Flippity Flop. Matilda Rocks moving up there 3 wide. 4 wide is Conquest Valkyrie. Dr. Leonardo has the rail. Next in line, that's Kaylin Elaine and Onshore Leave. They're bunched up behind that leader, Fiery Flower. Opening quarter goes in 25 flat. Fiery Flower leads it by about a length still over Princess Nakia. Length and a further back, Matilda Rocks, Conquest Valkyrie toward the outside. Dr. Leonardo and Flippity Flops toward the inside of those two. Then a gap of 2 lengths to Kaylin Elaine and Onshore Leave. As they race toward the half-mile marker, it's Fiery Flower leading it still by a length. Princess Nakia is still right there. Dr. Leonardo the rail, followed by Flippity Flop. Matilda Rocks and Conquest Valkyrie still up on the outside. They're bunched up, all 6 within about 3 lengths. The trailers are Kaylin Elaine and Onshore Leave. Fiery Flower now has company from Princess Nakia with 3/8 to go. Conquest Valkyrie is there. Flippity Flop appears to have some run, looking to angle between horses as Matilda Rocks fades from the scene. They've got a quarter to go, and slipping through on the outside, it's Princess Nakia. Fiery Flower battling back, followed by Flippity Flop. Now found the seam to run through. On the outside, Conquest Valkyrie. 4 across the track, and Flippity Flop leads them as they hit the top of the stretch. Has it by a length, drifting out though down the lane. Flippity Flop all over the track. Leads it now, veering to the inside. On the outside, Conquest Valkyrie and Dr. Leonardo, a late run. Oh, Flippity Flop getting out once again. Down toward the inside, it's Princess Nakia, Conquest Valkyrie, Dr. Leonardo. Oh, there will be an inquiry in this one for sure. Flippity Flop may have crossed the line first.
Well, John editorialized a little bit, but he was right. There was an inquiry and a couple of objections. And when the smoke cleared, Flippity Flop got flopped down to third. Who moved up to the winner was Dr. Leando for Kai Barcoa, for another veteran trainer, Pete Wazaluk, 962.83.60. Moved up to second, Conquest Valkyrie with Marin, 322.60, and Flippity Flop for coming out and bothering both of those horses, disqualified to third with Lara, 560. The exacta paid $51.60. The try $292.80. The double $20.80. The pick 3 $60.10. Healthy pick 4 $2,073.20. And the super $421.70. So a little action there in the fourth. And we move to the fifth. Fifth race had a field of 6 going. Even money favorite was Bass Rock. And this is another 5.5 furlong dash. Here's Johnny.
Rangers coming. Looks like he's in. And they're off. Flat Out Mine away well, goes right for that lead up on the inside. That's Parting the Red Sea quickly on the move with Bass Rock right alongside. Next in line, that's Guinness Spice, and a gap of 3 lengths to Do With Pride, and Rangers coming at the back. They've got a half mile to go, and Flat Out Mine to catch leads it by 3.5 lengths. Bass Rock in pursuit, Parting the Red Sea toward the inside. Guinness Spice next in line. Still about 5 lengths further back to Rangers coming, and toward the inside, Do With Pride. Opening quarter went in 21-4 as they make their way around the bend. On the front end, Flat Out Mine leads it by 3.5. Guinness Spice is in pursuit now in second. Bass Rock is going evenly in third. 5 lengths further back to Parting the Red Sea, and Rangers coming as they turn for home with Flat Out Mine to catch. Still leads it by 2, but in pursuit, Guinness Spice has Dedium on the outside. It's Flat Out Mine now being passed by Guinness Spice, and Guinness Spice begins to draw away. Flat Out Mine now trying to hang on to second. Rangers coming is coming in third, but with the 16th to go, it's all Guinness Spice. And Jairo Rendon to win this one. Looks like Rangers Cummings going to get up for second. Flat Out Mine faded to third. Do With Pride up for fourth.
And Guinness Spice taking that one for Jairo Rendon. Douglas Nunn. He always is very happy when he wins a race. Well, all trainers are, but Doug gets very excitable. And good to see him with a win. New Spice Stable. Own Guinness Spice. $4.40, $3, $2.20. Rangers coming with Suarez. 10.65 even, and Flat Out Mine with Jeremy Rose, 380. That exacta paid 33.80. The try 148.60. The double 45.80. The pick 3 29.40, and the super 299.30. And that winner was another Delaware certified winner. That's 2 today. And we roll on to race 6. Another off the turfer. This one didn't hold up as well. Only had 5 left. Scratched the 1, 2, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So 3 through 8 stayed in. They're still going to go the same distance, just on a different surface than they were hoping for. And the slight favorite was Brushed by Fire. Let's watch the action.
And they're off. Oh, the 3. Not sure what happened to the 3. It looked like he veered inwardly shortly after the break there. Con M. Toward the outside, El Soldador away well. I'm running late toward the inside. And those two on even terms. And now El Soldador goes right on by and quickly opens up 2 lengths on I'm Running Late. Cherry Island racing right alongside in third, followed by Brush by File, settles nicely in the fourth. Up on the outside, Recliner, and the slow starting Con M is the trailer. They make their way around the first turn. On the front end, El Soldador leads it by 3. I'm Running Late racing second, Cherry Island, half length further back in third. Brush by Fire has the inside track on Recliner, and 4 lengths to Con M. Opening quarter went in 26-1. Very, very slow as they make their way down the backstretch, if that is correct. El Soldador leads it by about 2 lengths. Up on the outside, Cherry Island taking over second, followed by I'm Running 8. Recliner moves up alongside of that one. Then comes Brush by Fire. Con M continues at the back, about 8 lengths off that leader as they pass the half in 51-2. El Soldador showing the way as they race into the turn, still by a good 3 over Cherry Island. Recliner begins to gain some ground in third. Brush by Fire is trying to follow that one. I'm Running Late dropping back, and Con M continues at the rear. El Soldador still by 3.5. Recliner edging in the second. Toward the inside, Cherry Island. Next in line, Brush by Fire still with a shot at the top of the stretch. They've got El Soldador to catch, and with those fractions, it may be hard. They've gone the 6 furlongs in 1:16.1. El Soldador by 4 lengths with Cherry Island, Recliner on the outside. Brush by Fire all chasing, but they're chasing in vain. It's El Soldador going solo on the front end. Now Brush by Fire rallies in a second, but is not going to catch El Soldador. And Jomar Torres wins it by about 4.5 lengths. Brush by Fire getting second, followed by Cherry Island and Recliner.
And all the way around goes El Soldador to take the 6th race for Jomar Torres for Victor Carrasco Jr. And he's also the owner. 920, 460, 280. Brush by Fire rallied into those slow fractions to get up for second. Might want to watch that one next time. Carol Cedeno, 260, 220. And Cherry Island with Suarez, 220 to show. Exacta $25. The try $53. The double $18.60. The pick 3 $109.10. And that superfecta, $47.30. 6 races completed on this replay show. Now we're up to the lucky 7th race, which a lot of times number 7 wins, but not today because there is no number 7. Scratch the 1A and scratch the 3. This one also at 1 mile, which is once around the oval. You'll see that this race starts just slightly to the left of the finish line. That's because you want to give the horses a running start before they hit the timer at the wire, just to give them a running start so they don't start the timer at a dead start. So that's what that's all about. So let's see, the odds-on favorite was worth his salt. Here's Mr. Kern.
And they're off. They come away in alignment toward the inside. Medicine Man, worth his salt, vie for that lead into the first turn. The Caradalic Rocks looking to settle in behind that group. Up on the outside, Dodge Private Label, and caught 3 wide around the bend. It's Bone Town Wild as they move around that turn. Worth his salt from the outside. Now goes by, leads it by a length. Medicine Man back in the second. Dodge Private Label toward the inside of Bone Town Wild has had a wide journey all the way around the bend, and the trailer is in the Caradalic Rocks. Opening quarter goes in 24-1 as they straighten away. Worth his salt showing the way. The favorite in command by 2 lengths. Medicine Man moves up on the inside. Up on the outside, that's Dodge Private Label. They're heads apart in second and third. 2 lengths further back, the Bone Town Wild, and the Caradalic Rocks, the trailer, about 6 lengths from front to back as they approach the half-mile marker. Worth his salt continues on the front end, half in 47-2, and leads it by still 2 lengths over. Up on the outside, Dodge Private Label, clearly second now. Medicine Man racing third, then a gap of 3 to Bone Town Wild and the Caradalic Rocks as they race into the turn. Worth his salt. Dodge Private Label now trying to challenge on the outside. It's still 3 lengths to Medicine Man, followed by Bone Town Wild and the Caradalic Rocks. It's Worth his salt trying to fend off Dodge Private Label. These two in a match race, it appears, as they head for home. Medicine Man is trying to hang in there in third. On the inside, Worth his salt. On the outside, Dodge Private Label's not thrown in the towel, and Dodge Private Label re-engages. Bone Town Wild, make that Dodge Private Label on the outside. On the inside, Worth his salt. Dodge Private Label begins to edge away. Worth his salt trying to battle back, but Dodge Private Label, it's going to be a tight one at the line, battling back on the inside. Worth his salt.
You like that finish? Who do you think got it? How about that? It looked like the 5 was home free, and Worth his salt battled back on the inside and was really worth his salt today, wasn't it? Worth his salt made sense to bet on Centeno for a double. Daniel Centeno, 2 wins today. The winning trainer, Jamie Ness, now has increased his lead in the trainer's race by 3 now over Scott Lake. And the owner was Triple K Stables and Jagger Incorporated. Worth his salt in the game victory, paying $380, $210, $210. Dodge Private Label just misses with Torres, $220, $210. And Modern Medicine with Jose Garcia, 210. The exact that just paid $5. The try only paid $9.60. That's for 2. The double paid $14.60. The pick 3, $21.20. The pick 5 was hit today, $514.30, and there was no superfecta in that 7th race. And that winner was the 3rd one of the day, another Delaware certified winner. And that takes us now to the 8th and final. And it was not an Arabian race today. In fact, it was going to be a turf race. But the soft conditions wiped that out, so they'll run on the main track. And 5 of them stayed in. Taken out was the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, and 13. One of those was Bungie's horse, but it doesn't matter. It was off the turf and scratched, so that's the end of that for Bungie. He's got Marine Layer on Wednesday. But meanwhile, back to this 8th race today. The even money chalk was 10 Penny Princess. They stay at a mile and a 16th, but on the fast track, here's the nightcap.
We're set. And they're off. Our way to escape toward the inside. Speeding Starlet is right there. I Dream of Lois up on the far outside. 10 Penny Princess looking for a spot. And Untouchable You is the trailer as they race into that first turn with Our Way to Escape leading it by 2 lengths. Up on the outside and drifting out around that first turn with Speeding Starlet. Down toward the inside, Untouchable You, I Dream of Lois, and up there 3 wide is 10 Penny Princess. 4 of them bunched up as a solo leader. Our Way to Escape around the bend opens up about 7 on the field. Opening quarter went in 23-1. Our Way to Escape leads it by about 7. Untouchable You has moved up toward the inside in the second, followed by 10 Penny Princess. Speeding Starlet and I Dream of Lois is at the back. They make their way down the Delaware backstretch, and Our Way to Escape has escaped from the field. Leads it by about 7 or 8. Now they're bunching up behind 10 Penny Princess, Untouchable You, I Dream of Lois. Those 3 across the track, and Speeding Starlet is now your trailer. Half went in 47-2 as they race into the turn. Our Way to Escape, Alex Cintron continues on the front end. Now the lead is down to about 4.5. 10 Penny Princess takes up the chase. I Dream of Lois toward the inside, followed by Untouchable You and Speeding Starlet trying to move up from the back. Round the bend, Our Way to Escape still leads it by 2.5 lengths. 10 Penny Princess, I Dream of Lois in pursuit. Then Speeding Starlet and Untouchable You as they race around the turn. They went the 6 furlongs in 1:12-2. Our Way to Escape continues on the front end, but now bearing down on the outside, 10 Penny Princess. On the inside, I Dream of Lois. Our Way to Escape is still clinging on to a 1.5 length lead. 10 Penny Princess and I Dream of Lois are trying. Our Way to Escape under left-handed encouragement. I Dream of Lois toward the inside. 10 Penny Princess, but it's going to be Our Way to Escape. Held on for the win. 10 Penny Princess.
Holding on, Our Way to Escape, the longest shot on the board. It's a sin if you didn't bet on Cintron. For Gerald Bennett, 20, and the Averill Racing, Silver Oak Stable, and CC Racing. $21 to win. Penny Princess was second. I Dream of Lois was third. There are all of the prices except for the Super. There's the pick 4 and the Super. And here's the handle, $1,082,398. Not bad with all those off-the-turf races. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you Wednesday night. Good night.